Hello everyone, my name is Love Chisum. So on today's video we'll be making this beautiful cut together top that you're seeing here on your screen. So this top you can decide to use brooch or button like I did, so it depends on what you're comfortable with. So we'll be making it with this fabric here. If this is your first time of coming across my video, you are welcome. If you find this video helpful, stay tuned. Let us begin. As you can see, I've drafted out my lines. And I will be making this tutorial with my back pattern. Okay, I will draft my back first. So this is my back. You can see those two tiny lines. That is my back waistline. So my front waistline and my back waistline are not the same. The difference is 2 inches. So here, this is my boy's point, my under bust, and my waistline. So here, my waistline for my back is 15.5. The waistline for my front is 17.5. So the difference is 2 inches. So from your waist, come down by 9 inches to get the length of your top. So that is what I did here. So we're going to start to put our measurements. My shoulder divided by 2, which is 8.5. So I mark it there. Then my sleeve length is 9 inches. I'm making use of 9 inches for my sleeve. Okay, I noticed that you cannot see it very well here. I have to turn my camera for you to see it well. So I'm trying to set my camera. This is a cut together top like you can see on the video there. Okay, as you can see on the video here, sorry. So I zoomed it so that you can be seeing what I'm doing very well. So here is my bust point. My bust circumference divided by 4 plus 2.5 inches allowance. That is what I'm marking there. So my waist circumference divided by 4 plus 2.5 inches allowance, I'm going to mark it also there. My hip divided by 4 plus 2.5 inch allowance, I'm also going to mark it there. So now I'm going to join the 3 points together. So for my sleeve here, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slants. Now I'll come down by 10 inches for my sleeve opening. Then I'll use my curve ruler to curve it to my under bust. I'll mark my shoulder slant to my shoulder. So here is the neck. Three inches for my neck width and 1 inch for the neck depth because it's the back neck. So if you watch closely here, you will notice that my shoulder slant stopped at my shoulder from my sleeve. Please do not do it. Make sure your own gets to your neck point, okay? So right here, whatever I have on my shoulder here, I'm going to place it here. Both my shoulder and my sleeve together, I'm going to place it here. Then I'll use my stretch ruler to mark the line straight. Then I will blend. So you come up here by 2 inches. Use your curve ruler to curve it. So now for my back, I did not know that my camera was not capturing it. On the waistline, go in by 1/2 inch. Then use your curve ruler to blend it, just to give it that relaxing back. Eliminate the bulge and the back will relax. So that is it. So this is all for the cutting of the back pattern. So I made use of back pattern for this tutorial. Please, I've labeled it back there. Okay, so now we're going to cut it out. So don't forget to cut out your board, Joe. I left that cut out my own. Yeah. So right here, this is for the front. So go in by 3 inches. You go in by 3 inches. Then use your stretch ruler to join the points. Mark a straight line there. Now watch how I'm going to place my pattern paper. So you're going to place it like this. Okay. After this, please don't forget to cut out that budge that I marked there for the back. So now we are going to use your tracing wheel to trace it, just to highlight the lines there. Okay. So use your tracing wheel to trace all the lines on this pattern. Because you're going to bring them back to life again. I'm trying to mark a point there so that it will be easy for me when I'll be marking the lines. I point out the lines. So now I'm marking out the lines. So this is the lines. I've marked them out. So the 3 inches there is for our lapping. Okay, it will serve for our lapping. So right here, this is for the neck, for the v-neck. Come down by 12 or 13 inches. Now you are going to mark with your stretch ruler. This is for the v-neck. You can use your curve ruler. I'm just trying to show you, when you use your curve ruler, it will become more deeper. So I prefer stretch ruler. So from here, come down by 5 inches. This is for the pointy on the front. I went down by 5 inches. Now I am going to blend it here with your stretch ruler. Now cut out the curve on the back. You place it just to make sure the patterns are equal. As you can see, they are equal. Okay, just to make sure they are equal. So now I'm going to cut it out. So because this front pattern is going to be 2, so you have to duplicate it. Okay, which I did here. I duplicated it. So now look at it. This is the front pattern. So you pick one. You decide where you want to lap each other. So you pick the place that you want to be shorter, then you trim. So I want my left side to be shorter and my right to lap my left. So I'm going to pick my left, then I'm going to curve. Just make a curve here. You can come down by 1 inch, 2 inches, half inch, depending on your preference. So this is what I want. Just make your curve just to shorten one part of it so that the other will lap it. So I used the left side. Okay. So this is what it looks like, but I noticed that I'm not okay with this part that I short. I have to reduce it again. You can leave your own like this, so you can decide to shorten it again. So this is my choice, so I decided to shorten it again, but leaving it like this is very good. Okay, so I shorten it again. So I think I'm okay with this. I just want the pointy part to be more visible, more revealing. I want it to come out very well, so that is the reason I short it again. So this is what it will look like. Okay, now we are going to cut it on our fabric and cut out facing for our neck, the front neck and back neck. So I'm not going to use lining for this because my fabric will not be enough, so I'm going to use the remaining of my fabric to cut out facing for both the down part and the neck. So this is it. I've cut it out. This is the facing. I cut out both facing for the back and the front, so this is what it looks like. And this is the second one. So this is it. I've pinned down this. So this is the neck, the front side. This is the front part. So I cut out facing for it. You can do full lining, but I don't have lining and my fabric will not be enough, so I have to do it like this. I cut out facing for it, cut out facing for the down part. Now I'm going to pin it, then take it to my sewing machine and sew. After sewing, iron it very well with your hemming gum and it will lap. Okay, take it to your sewing machine, sew it, take it to your pressing table, iron it very well with your hemming gum and it will lap. Okay, so this is for the back. I've cut out facing for the neck. I joined the back, cut out facing for the neck, and I sew it already. After sewing, make a notch, then take it to your ironing table, iron it give it a very good press with your hemming gum and it will lap. I'm also going to turn the back with facing, the down with facing. So this is it. I've ironed the neck and the down part. I also face it. Now I'm going to trim out the excess. Every excess that you have, please try and trim it out. Okay, so this is the front. So this is the front. I've also ironed it, even the down and the neck. I've ironed everything. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to put both of them together for you to see what it looks like. So this is it. I try to zoom it back, zoom it in so that you can see it very well. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to get the back and we're going to join the shoulder. So to join the shoulder, you're going to place it like this. Place it this way and join the shoulder. Place the second one, also join the shoulder. I'll take it to my sewing machine now. I'll join the shoulder and fold the sleeve. Okay, I'll join the shoulder and fold the sleeve. So this is it. I've joined the shoulder and I've folded the sleeve. So the next thing now is to pin the sides. But before that, please cut out a strap for your belt. You can decide to make it 10 inches, that is 10 inches on both sides. The strap can make it 20 inches, so depending on your preference. So right here, I'm going to pin it down. So you pin it down together with your, I also did the same thing here. I've pinned this part already. But when you are pinning, you're going to pin it down together with your belt. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. Get your belt. So this is my belt. Insert it from the front side. Then you pin on your waistline, on your waist area. Also do the same thing on this part. So I've sewed it and I've ironed it. I've given it a very good press. So this is what it looks like. I've ironed it. So right now I'm going to put a pressing bottle on it. I'll put a pressing bottle. I don't have brooch, so I'm going to use a pressing button. Then I will get a big button that I have here and place on it. Just use it to cover it, to give it that design, that look. Okay, so I'm marking my pressing button here where I want to put my pressing button. So I'm trying to fix my pressing button now. I made use of the rubber one. Please don't use the iron one. This is white to rusting your clothes. I don't like the iron one. I like the rubber one. So I'm done fixing my pressing button here, and also attach my big button. So this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is the final result of our gown. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and drop your comments. Click on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so this is our final result of our dress. So here I'm testing it. This is where I wore it. Try to test it. So I'm rocking this dress tomorrow with my plain trouser. Okay, thank you for watching. I love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.